Hello friends, it's Mr. Andrew again. Welcome back for lesson 7 of the Mindful Arts in the Classroom virtual edition. And today we're going to focus on just stopping and breathing. How we can notice our feelings and then peacefully proceed. And I thought I'd read you a quote by someone named Thich Nhat Hanh. And he's a very well established, very renowned Buddhist monk. And the poem, or the quote is this: "A strong emotion is like a storm. Keeping our body and our mind safe from the storm is our practice. Practice before the storm begins, or we might forget and get carried away by the storm." All right? So that's what we're going to talk about today, is our big emotions that we have, like anger or sadness, that often take over our bodies like a storm and kind of turn our brains off. And often we say and do things that we feel bad about. So today we're going to learn how to stop the storm and kind of steer the storm in the way we want. Okay? Okay. So let's just do a check-in. Let me see your thumb. And we're just going to do a thumb check-in. So let's check in with our bodies. How's your body doing today? Do you have an owie, or are you injured in some way? I actually feel like my body is pretty good today. All right, now let's check in with our emotions. Are we happy or sad? Wherever that is for you on the dial, you get to decide. I am happy to be teaching all of you, so also my thumb is up here. So now I'll check in with my mind. All right, well, I'm teaching, so I'd like to be as focused as possible, but there's a lot I want to tell you, so I'm going to say it's about right here. So I don't want to make a mistake, and I want to make sure I give you all the information. Excellent. Okay, and you know what? Let's give ourselves a hug, because you probably haven't had as many hugs as you'd like throughout the day. And even if you feel too grown up for a hug, try it anyway and see what you think. And I'm just going to massage the back of my neck, because that also feels really good. And I'm going to even tap my shoulders, because apparently that is very calming to the body. Kind of wakes up the body. Good. And now I want to just put our hands on our foreheads and just check in with your mind. Take a breath in. And breathe out. Good. All right, so now I'm going to lead you through focus time, and I'm going to use the poem as our guide for the first minute, and then we'll sit for another minute in silence. And you can, in silence, continue to breathe with your breathing ball breath, or your Spidey breathing, or your coyote breathing, whatever breath you like to use. But I encourage you to use your hands as a way to help you stay focused in the moment. Because often if we're just meditating or sitting, we'll hear a noise and we'll wonder what that is, and we'll look away. And if we have a small activity, like using our hands with each breath, we may be less interested in the noises, the thoughts, the feelings, and our job is to just stay with the breath. So here we go. With this breath, my mind grows stronger, so I can focus a little longer. I breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. Take your time. That's what focus time is all about. Continue to breathe. can watch my hands as a way to focus. I'm just going to sit like this for another 45 seconds. You can wiggle your toes as a way to check in with your body. Remember to fill up your belly with each breath. Breathing in. And there we go. That was 2 minutes of focus time. 1 minute for the poem and 1 minute for silence. So very good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our emotions. So as you know, we can be mindful of many things. So today we're going to learn how to be mindful of our breath and our emotions. So let's name some emotions, all right? Happy, mad, scared, frustrated, annoyed, all sorts of things. Let's see, silly, sort of an emotion, not really. But you can pause the video now and you can share other emotions that you can think of. So our breath helps us check in with ourselves, helps us calm down, and helps us come back to the here and now when our minds start to wander, right? Our puppy minds. And our breath is almost like a reset button. In fact, I like to think of our belly buttons as a reset button. And if we make our bellies big, we're really getting air, oxygen down into our bellies and into our brains so that we can be more awake. And it's hard to think about other things when we're focusing on our breath. Have you noticed that, right? When you're breathing like this, you're just focusing on your breath. You feel safe, right? Not thinking about the past or the future. Good. So I have a question for you. Are all emotions okay to have? You can give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Are all emotions okay to have? I'm going to say thumbs up. Yes, they are. But are all actions okay? For example, it is okay to get mad, but it is not okay to throw things unless you're protecting yourself, right? So if someone's being a bully, sure, defend yourself, walk away, yell, do what you need to do to stay safe. But sometimes we lash out for, and there's no real danger. Like we're not really going to get physically hurt. So with mindfulness, we learn to take that breath so that we can notice when it's actually safe enough to walk away or just say to the person, you know what, I'm done. We're going to take a time out here. And that's hard to do. And so that's what mindfulness does. It gives us that pause before we lash out and do something we feel bad about. And of course, it's practice makes progress. We get better at something every time we practice. So I'm going to read to you part of a story that I have written about our emotions and how to train ourselves so that our emotions don't run the show. Our feelings don't run the show. We do. All right? So it's called Just Stop and Breathe. How we can notice our feelings, then peacefully proceed. And you actually can act out some of the poem, and I'll tell you when you can act out. So sometimes I get scared or shy. Can I see scared or shy kids and teachers and parents? Good. Oh my gosh, you look so scared and shy. When I get that way, I cannot think. my body almost seems to shrink. I feel like I cannot breathe. Sometimes I even want to leave. But before I do, I S.T.O.P, which stands for, and I'll show you right here, it stands for stop my body, try and breathe, observe my feelings, and peacefully proceed. And I'm not sure if those words are backwards or not for you. I don't know. All right, they're backwards for me. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to stop our bodies. We're going to try to breathe. We're going to observe our feelings and then peacefully proceed. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. To help me find courage, I S.T.O.P, which stands for stop my body, T, try to breathe, O, observe, which means to look or to notice, to observe my feelings, and then P, peacefully proceed. And proceed means to move forward, and peacefully means with peace, with kindness, right? Good. Sometimes I get mad. When I get mad, my face gets tight. My hands clench up like I want to fight. My stomach turns into one big knot. Sometimes I want to punch and yell a lot. But before I do, what do? I S.T.O.P, which stands for stop my body, right? And I'm going to try to breathe because sometimes it's hard to breathe when we're angry. And I'm going to observe my feelings, which is anger. And I'm going to peacefully proceed. Good. Excellent job. All right. Sometimes I get sad. Can I see sad faces? When I get sad, my heart aches. I might even get the shakes. Tears may come and fill my eyes, and then I often start to cry. When I notice my sad feelings and I want to feel a bit happier, I S.T.O.P, which stands for stop my body, try and breathe, observe my feelings, and peacefully proceed. Good. All right, last one. Sometimes I am filled with joy. Can I see happy kids? Good, 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 good. Oh my gosh, look at all that happiness. Look at our bodies changed, didn't they? They got taller, right? When I feel that way, my heart is light. I hold on to this emotion with all my might. I will grin from ear to ear, and I let out a happy cheer. You can go, yay! Good. And to help me enjoy this feeling a little bit more, I S.T.O.P, which stands for, ready? Stop my body, try and breathe, observe my feelings, and peacefully proceed. Good. Excellent. When we take slow, deep breaths, we bring oxygen into our chests. With each breath in through our nose, our mind's focus grows and grows. It's true. So if an emotion ever feels too big for you, I've told you just what you should do. You're going to stop your body. You're going to try to breathe. You're going to observe your feelings. And you're going to peacefully proceed. We can make S.T.O.P a great new habit, I confess. Always remember, practice makes progress. All right. So we know what to do when we're feeling a big emotion from now on. We take that breath. You can even wiggle your toes and see if you can be smarter about what you do with that big emotion so you don't feel bad about what you do with all that energy, right? It's okay to be mad. It's not okay to be mean. So that's our goal, is to be smart and skillful with any big emotion that shows up. All right. So, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to just notice when you have a big emotion, and it could be joy, it could be happiness, right? What does that feel like in your body? Do you feel light? Do you feel big or little? Is your heart warm or cold? Right? Just notice it. You know, sometimes when we have these big emotions, we try to push them away. But with mindfulness, we just want to notice them and relax so that we can let the storm wash over us more quickly, so we don't hold on to our emotion. If we're always fighting with an emotion, it tends to not go away. But if we let it in, and then be smart about what we do with this emotional energy ball, we'll be happier in the long run. All right. So please try to practice noticing your emotions, and I will see you next time. Remember, we don't want our emotions to go away. We just don't want them controlling us all the time, right? Good. So maybe you can practice taking a mindful breath when walking down the street. Maybe even when you see a stop sign, right? Here's a stop sign right here. So every time you see a stop sign, just take a breath, do a little body check-in. How am I feeling right now? Am I happy? Am I bored? Am I sad? Am I curious? Whatever it is. And think about when else you can practice it. At home, with your friends, with your family. You get to decide. Good. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being focused. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye, friends.